Okay, so today I'm talking about something that I've been wanting to do and planning for a while now. Buying my first rental property, hopefully before I turn 25. The plan is to do a house hack. Basically, that's where you buy a duplex, you live in one half of it, and you rent out the other half. Sounds simple in theory, a little tricky in practice, but screw it, I wanna give it a shot. In this video, I'm gonna break down why exactly I wanna do this, what I hope to get out of it, some challenges that I'm currently going through, and how I'm gonna start solving those problems. Oh, and some quick context. I'm currently living in Minnesota and I plan to buy somewhere around here. Also, I'm turning 23 in less than a month, which gives me about 2 years to make this happen. So first things first, why do I even wanna do this? Honestly, I've always loved the idea of owning real estate. It's something real. You can see it, you can walk through it, you can touch it. It's not like stocks where it's all digital and it lives on your phone. And there's just something that's so cool about owning where you live while having someone else help you pay part of that mortgage. I mean, it's so exciting. I remember watching Graham Stephan videos back in like 2016 where he went through how he's house hacking and renting out half of his duplex. And it just made me so excited. I was like, yes, this is what I want to do. And I'm still super excited. And now it might actually come to fruition. On top of that, the passive income is something that I really want to work towards. And yes, I know that it's not actually passive income. You got to fix up the place, rent it out, deal with the tenants. It's anything but passive, really. But I think I would actually enjoy managing the rental property, especially if the tenant is going to be right next door. I think it would be a little bit easier for me to start doing it this way rather than having just a single family home that I rent out to people that I can't see on a daily basis. And let's be honest, the cost of housing is kind of insane right now. So if I can live for way cheaper by owning a duplex and renting out part of it, that's a win in my book. Plus, there are tax incentives for owning real estate, mortgage interest, depreciation, maintenance, some of these things that you can write off of your taxes that can save you even more money. So yeah, it's a mix of financial goals, fun, and just having a little bit more control over where my money goes. But as excited as I am, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that it's all smooth sailing. Here are some of the roadblocks and challenges I've been facing thus far. My first problem is a lack of savings. I don't have enough money saved up for a down payment and renovation costs, and my emergency fund isn't big enough to account for owning a property. And I'm not trying to cash out all of my investments, throw my emergency fund at the problem, and be broke right after I buy the property. Don't think that would be the smartest move. Piggybacking off of that, if I were to go with an FHA loan, which would probably be my best course of action, you can get away with a 3.5% down payment, which sounds amazing in theory. But with the higher loan amount and PMI on top of it, it would make my budget a little bit too tight. I would prefer to put 15 to 20% down on one of these properties just to give myself a little bit of breathing room right off the bat. I went and I got pre-qualified for a loan, which was pretty exciting, but it was also a wake-up call when I looked at the numbers. I qualified for a $350,000 loan, but it came with a 6.65% interest rate. And yes, I could technically afford that, but the monthly payment would be so much of my paycheck that if something went wrong, it would definitely stress me out. And I don't feel like going into something with a high likelihood of being full of stress. So yeah, the road ahead is long and dark, but I have a plan that will hopefully get me there. The first move of my plan is going to be to bring down my current cost of living to increase my savings. So currently, right now at my apartment, I'm paying about $1,600 a month for housing. That includes rent, utilities, you name it. But my lease ends in about a month, and I'm trying to get that down to about $1,200 a month, which would be a $400 increase that I can throw straight into saving for a down payment. And if I can manage to do that, which hopefully I can, for a full 12-month lease, that's nearly $5,000 in extra savings. Alongside that, I'm keeping a closer eye on my spending. I'm not going super strict, can't buy anything mode, but I don't want to make a bunch of big purchases in the coming year. And if I could do both of those things, I think I could save about $1,500 a month. And if I could do that for the next year, year and a half, on top of what I already have stashed away, I think I can make this happen. And once I hit my savings goal, I'll go through the pre-approval process and I'll start seriously looking into duplexes in the Minnesota area. And the timeline I have right now, that'll probably be about 1.5 to 2 years from now, which, fingers crossed, hopefully by that time, interest rates will also have come down a little bit. Because with an interest rate of over 6.5%, my mortgage payment is just gonna be way too high to make any of these rental properties cash flow once you factor in insurance, repairs, and vacancy. So I'm really hoping, and maybe even dreaming a little, that we see interest rates close to 5% or even sub 5% by time I'm ready. That would be a serious game changer. And the last piece to my plan is I'm actually hoping to find a little bit of a fixer-upper. Not a full-blown renovation project, something light, like new paint, new kitchen, put in new floors, something that I can do myself. I actually really enjoy working with my hands. I don't get to do it very often because I'm a software engineer for my day job, but I love doing something and watching it improve over time. It'd also be a great way to save a little bit of money on the purchase price. I could build some sweat equity and have a project that I could be proud of. So between saving aggressively over the next 2 years, watching the markets, and hopefully landing a property I can put some work into, that's the plan. It's not perfect, but it's a path that I feel good about, and I'm really excited to get started. So yeah, that's my current game plan of how I want to buy a duplex before I turn 25. I'm sharing this because I know a lot of people around my age have been thinking about buying real estate, but it's become really, really challenging this past couple of years, and it can be very overwhelming. So if you're also on the path to buying your first property, or you've already done it, I would love to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. Or if you're experienced in real estate in Minnesota and know where the best places to look for deals are, please let me know because I could use all of the tips and tricks I could get. And if you'd like to follow along with my journey on buying my first duplex, then leave a like and subscribe because I'll be sharing everything I learn along the way. But that's all I got. So I appreciate you guys watching this one, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.